Well, first, like to start out by wishing you all a Merry Christmas, huh? A Happy New Year. Well, just some things I'd like to talk about that happened recently. Um, of course, you had the shit elections that happened. I've come to the conclusion now that they're basically rigged. Like there's no chance we have there of, we're not gonna. It's like Steady and Frankie. I keep saying, like, we're not gonna bleed and vote our way out of this, that way. But I'm hoping, like, with the natural cycle of things, like what happened even though there was probably nothing natural about what happened, Assad getting overthrown, but him getting took out of, I heard he's hiding out in Russia, which is interesting, isn't it? How Putin took him in, but I see all these now gatherings of these Syrians in different countries in Europe, fucking loads of them. Germany, fucking France, England, even here in Dublin. They have them here in Dublin, in town. Now, interesting thing about that, right, is how they're just able to go to the Dáil and there's no barricades put up. No barricades for them at all, and they're actually promoted as, like, this is a good thing for the Syrians, let's rejoice with the Syrians, blah de blah, all that sort of stuff. And I'm just thinking to myself, Jesus, if Irish people go to, gather outside the Dáil and they set up like 3 layers of boundaries for the Irish people. But if Syrians are rejoicing, it's all good, it's no problem there. Like, do people not think of this stuff when it's happening in front of their eyes, And that we do know a good few people, we all know people who it could be in front of their eyes and they still don't want to admit that what's real, just to protect that little illusion of everything's fine. But yeah, I just found it very interesting. And with Assad being gone now, because he was partly the reason why most of them fled, because he was a bad leader and he did some terrible things, and that's why most of them left. Do they go back now? Can they all go back now? That's what I'd be thinking. First thing that came into my head, even before the, making the side by side between Irish people gathering and Syrians gathering. But the first thing that popped into my head was, that's great now, so they can all fuck off home. Makes sense, he's gone now, so you can go back and build up your country. Like, you won't be fucking missed, I'll tell you that. And people might say, you're a bit harsh there, Sal, I don't give a fuck. I'm trying to preserve Ireland here, folks, That's what all of us that have been speaking up are trying to do. We're trying to preserve Ireland, as much of it as we can. Because she's getting fucking stomped all over, So, I'd be like, go on, fuck off, go home. Build your own country, that'd be good for you, build Syria into a first world country, rather than the shithole that it is at the moment. One interesting thing about that Syrian thing is, Damascus being one of the oldest cities in the world, and I would be, just as a human being, I would be slightly concerned that they pummel Damascus into a rubble, One of the oldest cities, it'd be such a bleeding shame if they did something like that. There's loads going on, like, it's, and once again, it's batter our minds with all these different fucking things that are not even related to Ireland, batter our minds with all of these things, in the hopes that it keeps the focus off the people that are leading us, those shitebags in power that got in because they rigged the elections. Said it before, I say it again, they gave us the no-note to put the facade on like democracy works, but democracy is clearly not working because they just rigged the last election, Yeah, people are saying, oh, well, not enough of you got up. I'm sick of bleeding seeing that on Twitter as well. It's all over Twitter. Well, you get what you voted for. You get what you voted for. I'm like, I voted all fucking nationalists. What are you talking about? What are you, like, I'm sharing stuff and they're like, well, you get what you voted for. But I didn't vote for any of them, so what are you saying it to me for? Do you know what I mean? But that's just another thing that people have to pass the blame, you know? Ah, well, it's your fault. You voted them in, it's your fault. But they can't accept that it might be rigged. Isn't that weird? They can't accept that it might be rigged. But they'll accept the fact that, well, you've voted for them. You've voted for them. What are you giving out about them for if you keep voting for them? Do you think the people who are giving out about the gobshites in power, do you think they're literally going out and voting? Look, the last time they did, I don't know if I will do again. I have to seriously fucking think about it, unless something changes in the voting system, you know. But do you literally think, like, I'm talking to the NPCs out there who say, well, you get what you voted for. Do you actually think that all of us went out and voted for Fianna Fáil, Fine Gael, and then we just continue to give out about them? Like, what part in your head is that making sense? Doesn't make sense one bit, because it's utter nonsense what you are spewing. Well, you get what you vote for. See anyone that says that they're the same people who are quite happy to just pass the buck, you know, no self-responsibility whatsoever, and they're happy to just fawn it onto everyone else. They've no self-responsibility. It's all your fault. It's all your fault. Projection, you know. And like, I don't even go back at these people, like, once or twice, because they were like, who was it? There was one that was a tweets a lot, so I decided I'll respond back to him because he has been sharing me stuff and things. And he said that I forget his name. Off the top of my head, I can't remember, but he's like, yeah, you get what you vote for. I was like, dude, I voted for all nationalists. What are you talking about? Of course, they don't come back to you then after you say that, because, you know, why are they going to turn around and say to you, no, you voted for Fianna Fáil, Fine Gael? You see, they can't. But they think that way. They obviously think that way because they're saying, yous all voted for them. Like, it's just complete stupidity. We've so many fucking NPCs in this country, I swear to God. We need more people who have, like, independent thought, and who, when they're given a bit of information, that they can critically think about it, you know. Like I said, listen to all sides. Listen to everything, just don't follow. Just listen to everything. And you know, your intuition, it's going to tell you everything. It's going to tell you everything you need to know, you know. And sometimes when you say intuition, people think, oh, so you're just going with the flow of everything. No, not necessarily. Not necessarily. Like, I'm not the one out there telling people that they should be. For instance, when the great whooping cough was upon us, I wasn't out there telling people they should go and get it. I wasn't out there telling people that they shouldn't go and get it, you know, because I was of the belief then at the time. Not so much now. Now I'm just of the belief that, you know what, they fucking killed millions, if not billions, with this thing. So, but then I wasn't saying don't get it. I wasn't saying go and get it, you know. I was, however, saying, like, can we not stop and think for a minute? Like, it's only been 8 months, you know, 8 months, and they have billions of these fucking ready. Is that not a bit suspicious to people? See what I mean? Is that not one bit suspicious to people that they had all them ready? But you know, of course, now on any social media platform that you're on now, it's just all constant stories of all these people. Like pilots, I've noticed there were pilots. They would be held in high regard, you know, being a pilot and everything. But all of them, most of them, if not all of them, were kind of told that if they didn't take this, that they'd be fired, right? And people are saying that people weren't put under pressure to take it. They were. There's pilots out there. There's pilots of planes out there telling you that the company, who was this guy with? I think he was with EasyJet. I've been following the story for the last few months, you know, and oh, excuse me, he's just completely deteriorated. It's after completely immobilising this healthy 47-year-old pilot who was putting it down to the safe and effective. Like, that's why he's saying done this to him. Even like when it came around to them first announcing it, he was reluctant, but they all thought, they told him it was this or your job, you know. So I had to stop filming there. There's some kids, you know, children. Don't want to be videotaping children. But where was I on that? Yeah, this pilot that I was talking about, 47, healthy, fit as can be, and Tim is his first name. And I don't know, it was just something about a story that made me listen into him, like keep up to date on how he was developing and stuff like that. Because at the start of it, it was kind of like, you know, it was just like this small niggling thing. But now he's just bedridden, you know, he has to learn how to fucking walk again. All because they told him to take that or he was going to get sacked. So, you're telling me they didn't put people under pressure to take that? You're living in fucking denial. You're living in denial. And I wonder, do these people who are still thinking like that, do they still think that the people who are warning them against it, do they still think that they're crazy? Do you know? Do you still think they're crazy now? Or will it take a few more million to die before they actually accept the reality of, hang on, there's something fucking off with this here. I thought this was meant to be saving people. I don't know. And that's never going to go away. It's never going to go away. Anything around COVID is never going away. It's going to be in our history books of humanity as the biggest fucking hoax ever pulled over humanity. And you're going to have, you know, the way you have people that are alive, still alive today, oh that was loud, still alive today, that talk about their grandparents being in Auschwitz and stuff like this. You know the way you still have them stories coming out. Well, in about 30-40 years you're going to have children talking about how their parents were hoodwinked into taking an experimental mRNA vaccine rolled out by the Jesuits. I'm taking a stab there, I don't know, it could be more than just the Jesuits, but people like Fauci's a Jesuit, you know, so that's why I said Jesuits. So he was one of the biggest propagators about how dangerous this thing was, you know. Of course, if you go back and look now, you see videos of them saying, well, masks aren't that effective, you know. But, you know, at the start of it all, you're like, oh, you must wear a mask. You want to go into that shop, you want to go and get your shopping, you have to wear a mask, you know. But now you'll see it's part of that deception is when they come out and release little videos saying, no, we never said that they were 100% effective. You see what they did there with that? The flip-flopping Confucius, huh? Confucius. But, yeah, I think that, like, there's so much that I'd like to keep on top of. Honestly, people, I'd love to be able to keep on top of everything, because there's still things that come up when I'm doing my lives. There's still things that come up in the chat, and I'd be like, fuck it, I had no idea about that. Do you know what I mean? So, like, it's still gonna take a while, but like I said, I'm gonna write about this in history books and talk about all these fools that were hoodwinked into taking an experimental jab. Mark me words on that. What else did we have happen here in Ireland? Oh, there's the people of Athlone. Like, shout out to the people of Athlone. God bless every last one of you. Like, these are real people, real conscious people who see what's happening up there in Athlone, or over there, because it's straight across from me, isn't it? But it was a brilliant video. They just very symbolic, where it was like 6 guards trying to stop fucking, I don't know, it must have been about 400 or 500 people, and the people just walked through them, you know. Very symbolic. Yeah, I think videos and pictures of stuff like that's going to be in our history books as well. The time the Irish didn't want to be fucked over again by their own Garda Síochána, you know. Our own police force are fucking us over. That's always remembered in history. And they've kind of like, I don't know what they've done to themselves. Like they've done all this to themselves, the Gardaí, because they came out and said that 90 to 95% of them. So listen to this, people outside of Ireland that didn't know this, right? So 90 to 95% of all Gardaí in Ireland, right, in the Republic, held a vote, and they said the result was a no confidence vote in the Chief Superintendent, who is Drew Harris, who happens to be an English asset, right, or a British, you know. He's a royalist, like, still loves the king and all that, but he's actually leading the Garda force, right? But they had a vote of no confidence in him. 90 to 95% of Gardas said they didn't agree with how he was operating the Garda Síochána, right? But yet he's still there, and yet there's still these Garda who voted no to following these orders that he was given, are still out there following his orders. Do you get me? So I think that the only thing that's keeping them there is McEntee, who's our Minister for Justice, says she trusts him completely, you know. She has the utmost trust in him. Hang on a second, I'll have a few minutes. Yeah, she still has the utmost trust in him, and I don't know, she said some ridiculous saying like she trusts him with something other than like a family member or something, I don't know, some shit like that. But you know, that's the only thing that is basically keeping that man in his job, is McEntee. Now that's the reason why as well, I think they gave McEntee first preference vote, you know, because she's saying things like that. They have to keep these people in these, you know, they kind of put McEntee forward. Hang on a second. Yeah, they kind of put McEntee forward as this like justice minister of all things, you know? And people do talk about our father, you know, and how he chose the easy way out. And they always say that kind of mental instability runs in the family. So if we have someone that's mentally unstable running our justice system, you know, it's just going to get worse and worse. She's just going to run away with herself, and probably still hold some sort of grudge towards Ireland, you know, because it was wherever her outfit was up to, kind of made her outfit do himself in, you know. Harris is the chief superintendent of the Garda Síochána. So his dad was murdered by the IRA. Do you think he's gonna have respect and, you know, want to care for the people of the Republic of Ireland? Hell no. He's gonna think that we're all IRA. That's the way he's gonna see it. I'll teach these fucking Republicans. Do you know that way? But it's getting people informed about who these rulers are, you know, and what their background is, and, you know, who their true allegiance lies with. I can tell you now, it's not with us, it's not with the people of the Republic of Ireland, right? That's my belief. They're not for us at all. In fact, they actually hate us and want us replaced. And that's why you see such a big push now to to get all these unvetted guys in. You know, they're a replacement. They're the ones gonna come in. They're the ones that are gonna impregnate loads of Irish women. You know, all the crazy lefties. Because it's only the lefties that are willing to accept these males in. Probably because no sane Irish man would touch them with a 10-foot pole. And their fucking purple hair and their, you know, breast chopped off or whatever, you know, all this weird shit they're into. But yeah, I don't know, just I had got more I wanted to get out of my chest there. I'm sure it will come back to me. Always does. As soon as I stop recording, it fucking comes back into my head. But yeah, I'll finish it by saying, you know, just keep standing in your truth, keep sharing the videos, keep questioning. No, most if not all people that watch my videos are always questioning things, which is a good thing. It's a sign of intelligence. Keep question fucking everything. That was one of my teachers who taught me that in bleeding. It was 4th class or 5th class or something. And always stuck with me. And a little message, because I know that this time of year can be stressful for people, mostly due to money issues and stuff like that. I'll just say to you, it's like, if I offer you 10 million now, would you take it? Most of you say yeah. But then the catch is, you don't get to wake up tomorrow morning. So do you take the money? No, I can guarantee all of you said no, because life and witnessing what we're witnessing is well worth more than any money that they can ever throw at any of us. So yeah, keep sharing, keep speaking up. Long live Ireland.